time now to find that fluency, to find that quality and gain that precious European commodity of momentum. All important, particularly in a pool of such quality. So we're underway through Rory Jackson. Wasps in their white strip today, and Devin Toner in the blue of Leinster, gathering it in just outside the 22. He's guided that quite magnificently, given the conditions. Sexton for Noel Reid, who's caught a little bit high by Ben Jacobs. Referee seems happy enough with it. Madigan around the outside, and then passes to Daly, who can't get the clearance kick away. Trouble here for Wasps potentially. Leinster on the counter. Noel Reid going wide for Curtin. Halley equal to the task.
Stop. No advantage. Offside right on the kick.
Offside against Wasps, all the way across the other side of the pitch.
Well, some tactics there from Leinster, looking at the pick and go, trying to make the Wasps defence narrow before they go wide. That's the lesson, that's the picture that they're looking for.
A settling three from the prodigal son. Nathan Hughes from a standing start. Denied any kind of space at all. Jackson hasn't got the distance on that. Dave Carney. Good tackle from the Scotsman after the error from the boot.
End of the ground.
And was competing beyond the ball. Redden quick to make the most of it. O'Brien.
Not deliberate.
McCarthy.
Hey, tackler!
And again, was penalised.
The tackler must move away.
Confident thump, but it's flown wide.
Ali Wasps committing very few to the breakdown, and that's why it's so hard for Leinster to actually penetrate them. That maybe they need to pick and go around the ruck again. It's just there seems to be a white line every time they look up. They just need to go through the guts a bit more.
Well, eventually they've got their reward. Simple stuff for Sexton. Leinster nosing their way into the league. Bad record. Sexton gets a little dink away, and McFadden might have been wise to try and take that on the full. Instead, he's done very, very well, but some counter-rucking here from Wasps causing trouble. And the penalty. It's over. A little bit of a delay from the assistant referees, but two confident strikes from Rory Jackson. Through the fingertips of Toner, and here's George Smith. Good offloading. Launchbury on the shoulder, trundling up towards the 10-metre line. Jackson. Wade. First sight of Wade, really. Jacobs, and a little bit of space here for Putau. Halley. Good tackle from Dave Carney. Had to be.
Terrific cover tackle there, but we saw the genius of Charles Putau. The little no-look pass to Frank Halley, and he tried to, I don't know, was it Dave Carney or in the end Ian Madigan that managed to make the tackle? I think it's Ian Madigan. He didn't, he wasn't good. It was actually Dave Carney comes right across, and a great impact from him. Good collision win and a try-saving tackle.
Yeah, it's wonderful play from both teams, isn't it, really? Wasps trying to orchestrate that space on the outside. Well, Leinster, one went astray. Looked like that was just touch, but it won't go out on the full. Wasps got another chance.
There's Halley again.
Is that the guy that's fond of the merry sidestep?
And there's a reason they call him Frank the Tank. It's lost in the contact by Sam Jones, and here come Leinster from their 22. Madigan, Reid. You mentioned ahead of this match, Brian, that Noel Reid was stronger than he looked in the tackle.
He is. He's
doesn't seem to be a big.
Yeah, he's
big
not.
bosher,
He's not. But as we mentioned as well, his real skill is the passing game. As we saw a lovely touch from Christian Wade there, tracking back, and a little pop off to his full-back.
And they've kept it in field somehow or other, and they've won the penalty as well for a high tackle. Remarkable efforts of Elliot Daly from the tee last week. It's 50 metres, and he's cleared it with plenty to spare. Pressure coming on here from the Dubliners, but Hughes picking up, heading into Sexton. Simpson looking for territory. Wade chasing hard now, and a bounce could be interesting here. Oh, Carney's missed it, and Wade's there. A poacher's try. Dave Carney undone by a funny bounce of the ball, and Christian Wade just doing what every winger should always do.
Ali, it was a funny bounce of the ball, but it was a brilliant box kick from Joe Simpson. We didn't mention before the game, but that's one of the really strong parts to his game. He identified that Dave Carney was up flat and put the ball in behind. Ian Madigan was across the pitch, only two in the backfield. And any time you have a bouncing ball with that sort of wind, you can't guarantee what way it's going to go. Dave Carney didn't realise that Christian Wade was breathing down his neck, a slip, and over he goes for a very, very easy 5-pointer in the end.
Yeah, it was, Brian, but it was also set up from that wonderful pick-up off the base of the scrum from Nathan Hughes. He went against the grain, and he just has that extra bulk, that size, that power.
Well, the Wasps kickers are bang on the money today. Daly, Hughes into O'Brien, a meeting of muscle, and it's dropped by Pastucha. Leinster will look to make the most of this here. Redden, Wade chasing, and touching down. Scrum 5, sniff of possession here for Wasps. All hands on deck. Geordie Murphy with another carry.
Ben Jacobs is calling for the Wasps defence to come that side.
It's off the fingertips and hacked clear by Jacobs.
Elliot Daly on the chase.
And he's not shy when it comes to pace. Madigan brave and back in time.
They just subtly, little nudge in Madigan's back there. Wasn't enough. The crowd didn't like it, but it wasn't enough for the referee.
And that's a fabulous kick. Getting the bounce from Wasps. He slipped, trying to steal the ball there, but here comes Hughes, lining up Noel Reid and getting the offload away. Quick hands from Jones, and then spilt. Crucially, there was cover. Madigan was hurtling across to the corner flag, but a wry smile tells you quite a lot. And at the final act of the half, new improved squad under Dai Young. He'll be hoping that it's improved sufficiently for them to get it done this time. And here's one of those that's added so much in a very short space of time. Putau, big chase on here from Frank Hallai. Sexton will get there first. Redden finding an excellent touch, hugging that right-hand touchline. Mullen.
Hey, tackler!
Jacobs. Hallai breaking one and offloading brilliantly for Simpson. Still Simpson. From Wasps.
Ça arrive, Mathieu. Voilà, c'est ça, c'est la dernière passe, aucun souci.
Looked to be anything too much wrong with that.
Yeah. I think they've just managed to communicate in French that they're happy with the pass. They just now want to check the grounding.
Looks like a perfectly good try, doesn't
Attends,
it?
il va montrer notre angle, voilà. Celui-là, regarde. Voilà, yes, I have a decision.
Quite sure why that was necessary, but there we are. Joe Simpson strikes for Wasps to put them into a commanding lead now.
By Ben Jacobs to Hallai, and then with the pace of Simpson to finish it off.
things have changed, and so with new defence coach, new backs coach, new head coach, of course, there's a lot of learning and understanding what methods he wants to use. As you see, another error from Leinster.
Well, that was a bad misjudgment. The kick did not have the legs, and offside, having spilt the ball in the first place. And 3 more points for Wasps. Rory Jackson just about making this game safe. 20-point buffer, 10 minutes to play.
I think Leinster have been wanting in that regard.
They're away to Bath next week as Wasps pour forward, and the handling is crisp, and Jacobs is still going inside the 22. Haven't spent a great deal of time here in the match, but they've taken their chances, and Johnson is feeding Daly. Tangithakibow may have just been a little short.
Well, I think he undoubtedly knocks this on.
So we now need to try and find the high tackle. Is that the challenge from Sexton?
I don't think you can, when you're a fly half like Johnny Sexton, you want to get them down any way you can, really. No disrespect. There's no malice in that tackle.
He's never been one to conform to the below-the-knees tackle, has Johnny Sexton. His head injuries will attest to that.
More of a get-in-the-way tackle, isn't it?
Le joueur n'atteint pas la ligne en revanche. Est-ce qu'il y a en avant?
This is going to be given. The ball allegedly went backwards, and Charles Piutau has been awarded the try.
I'm just wondering, does the grounding of the ball not immediately mean that there is a knock-on involved, irrespective of whether the ball bounces back from it? I'm a big believer in benefit of the doubt going to the attacking team.
Alex Lozowski applies the gloss. 33 points to 6. That is a thumping here in Dublin for Leinster. A very dispiriting day for those in blue. A huge landmark win for this Wasps team.